I have two questions, okay? So the first question is about snapshotting. So how do you handle disk writes, especially like if you're fuzzing? So you should make sure that you are, like if you're fuzzing FTP server in your snapshot, you should also make sure that you take snapshot of the disk state, or else the files might change during fuzzing, so you might end up being in an inconsistent state. So do you handle like snapshotting the file system as well?
This is not part. We only did the network layer. I expect that it wouldn't be a huge issue, but of course if you have files that are deleted during FTP session, they would never come back and then they're gone, right? So yeah, I guess you're right. We didn't really have the issue here. We do copy basically the whole folder to another folder. So I guess maybe by accident it works, but we didn't really think deeply about this.
Yeah, I mean, and also I think maybe QEMU has QCow, so you could probably make minor modifications to get snapshot at QCow layer. But yeah,
I'm not sure because we're doing a user mode emulation. This is not a full system QEMU. This is a user space QEMU. So all of the file reads and writes are forwarded to the host. So you would need some manual layer, basically like a overlay FS for that. Yeah, I guess maybe Otto has something smart to say about it, but we didn't really take it into consideration.
I'm wondering, so because for all the files that the target process is currently aware of, so everything that's open, we are collecting that and saving that with the snapshot, because the process can't be restored properly if the files change in between. But for files that are not open anymore, we don't touch those. Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay, very nice. And the second question I have is, since you use FitM so why do you need the client at all? What I mean is, you have socket. When the server does socket, you return FitM and you can specialize all the system calls based on FitM, right? Like you have accept, listen, everything based on FitM. So you don't even need to have a client at all. You can just focus on fuzzing the server by mimicking client in the kernel.
Yes, now that is very possible. And we've actually added a mode to do that, but it's not something we focus on in the paper just because I think it's pretty straightforward, and other people have done something similar to this. The idea behind having a client and a server at the same time is just the gut feeling that the client has knowledge about the server that you would otherwise have to write manually in your fuzzing harness. So we wanted to automate this that way. Yeah. It's possible to just use it as a fuzzer for a single client or a single server, but it's more fun if you have both sides at the same time. Also, you find random bugs in the client by accident, like we did in our evaluation.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you.
There's one more question in the chat. Did you consider scaling using cards like InfiniBand or Xtol to have a network stack outside of the kernel to minimize scaling issues?
We don't really, no, we don't really have any interaction with the network stack anymore at this point because we cut it off at the QEMU layer. It never hits the actual network stack anymore, right, Otto?
Yeah, that would have been my answer as well.